Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the rest of you. This is P3, the Perfect Package Podcast. It's time for another Perfect Package. I'm Chad.
It's your boy, Dave.
And joining us tonight is the noble leader of the BS Network and future world record holder, Scotty Moore.
Oh, snap. What up, baby? I'm ready to go. I'm so hypey.
Okay.
I need that energy all the time.
It's like, I didn't know I got Austin Powers on here.
I had a Rain energy drink earlier today. It's like cocaine in a can. Let's go, baby. Yes.
I take it back. It's a cross between Austin Powers and Guy Fieri.
Now that I'll take, because all week I've been traveling all over this country looking for America's finest diners, drive-ins, and dives, baby. Yeah.
I would 100% sponsor, or rather be one of many sponsors, because I ain't got cash like that. If you were to actually go across the country trying out every single energy drink you could find.
Oh my God, yes. I don't even think I'd need to travel. I just need to order them off the internet, and that would be it.
You got to find some like
Podcast.
Yeah.
esoteric ass energy drinks that are just like not FDA approved. Some dude named Jim sends them from out of the back of his goddamn
That
truck.
will definitely lead to me trying cocaine. You know that, right? Like they'll be like, "Here, what's in it? A secret ingredient, if you know what I mean." And I'm like, "Oh no."
We got liquor and lines out here, dog.
They're like, "Take a bump of this and drink this." Oh, is this an energy drink? No, it's just water. You're gonna want it. You're gonna get parched after this.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
Oh boy. So Scott is trying to set a world record. Not trying. He's going to damn do it.
Yep. You're damn right I am. I'm setting the world record for most podcast appearances by a single individual in a single year. I'm at, oh, wow, let me pull up the nerdy ass spreadsheet. And I can tell you, I'm currently at 171 released for this year, estimating about 332 by the end of it, but I'm aiming for 500. So I'm just going to keep coming on y'all jackasses' this show.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
We'll give you the P3 bump,
Yeah.
which is very similar to a cocaine bump.
What happened? I got the P3 bump. I winded up naked in my yard in a ditch. I don't know what happened.
Dave happened. That's what happened.
Dave and his chafe nips happened. That's what happened.
I asked the man if you got something for my chafe nips. He was like, no, but I can make you forget about them. Seemed like a good deal to me.
Yeah. So there you go. So welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. Yes, I've been here for a few, but it's good to finally welcome me.
Yeah, exactly. Dave agrees.
I'm glad we got around to it. Sometimes we don't.
Yeah. That has happened too. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we had somebody here the whole time. So if you've never listened before, and we've talked before, so you have a little bit. What we do is we have a theme, and we figure we explain it to you because famously Scotty doesn't know. That was a cheap reference there. Anyway, he's leaving. All right. Okay. Well, just leave those references out. What we do is we pick a theme for the week and we do a 5 picks each, draft style, and together we try and create the perfect package. You picked the theme this week and we're super excited about it because we're going back to the well on an episode we did back when we would only do 5 picks each individually and have our own separate things So we're going back to our Disney villain theme park.
Yes. Because one of my podcasts is Opposite Attractions, the show about theme park design that's technically possible. And we build theme parks every single season. Right now, we're building a season based off different musicians. We've built ones based off of a D&D campaign. We actually built one based off of superheroes and villains, but we weren't allowed to use IP, so we had to make up our own superheroes. So when I came on, I was like, I've been talking about wrestling a lot because I also do wrestling shows. Let me go and do some theme park stuff because I feel like I could definitely nail the Wicked Kingdom, the what I like to call the prophetic fifth gate of Disney World.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as a warning, or rather a question, when we talk about this extra park that we're adding on to Disney, this is the darker side of Disney. These are the villains. Is this still part of the kids theme park? I gotta know.
I think so. I think it's one of the, like, think about like Gravity Falls, the cartoon. Yeah, it's made for kids, but it takes an adult to really appreciate it. That's what we're making. It's got stuff that kids will enjoy, but really it's for the adults. It's almost like Disney Springs, where yes, there is like a Lego store and a T-Rex cafe, but it's mostly just a bunch of adults getting fucked up. That's all it really is.
All right.
Bars and cigar shops. Yeah, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. Just off the top, I'm going to let you know that a couple of my picks, I'm still going to take them, but they're going to need some workshopping. This is where I'm glad that we're working together here because I'm going to need some suggestions how we maintain the kid-friendly nature of the park while still having these specific picks.
What we've done in the past when we had parks like this is after nightfall, it becomes a 21 and over park. In other words, during the day, kids can come, kids can have fun, and then after nightfall, shit starts to get really, really dark. And then you could have characters walking around and like Dr. Facilier passing out cards and like hustling people in the middle of like Big Top Circus's area. Like that's what I'm aiming for.
All right. I'm in then.
Yeah.
I am too. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. We're going to see how some of mine are, as usual, pretty low-hanging fruit pedestrian picks, but I think if we build them up, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Scotty, since you are our guest tonight and you are a future world record holder, we will let you determine the order that we will pick in tonight.
Well, how about I'll go first, then Dave, then Chad.
All right.
My
Dave's a
favorite
big fan of being stuck in the middle.
Yeah. And before I go, I do want to just give a general premise behind the park and see if you guys are cool with it. You guys have seen Stranger Things, right?
I have.
Yes. I want this to be the upside down version of Magic Kingdom. Layout is exactly the same. It's just much more grim and much more dark. That's what I have going in my head right now.
I'm with that.
I can do it. Yep.
Well, first thing I want to bring to the table for it is the fact that I think you need a new Fab Five, not Queer Eye. I'm talking about Donald, Daisy, Goofy, Minnie, Mickey. We need to replace each of those so that way you still have a core 5 people to be looking at when you go into the park. Replacing Mickey, I of course have Maleficent. Goofy hair or goofy ears, just a weird looking kind of. And also, I think Maleficent would be good at what Mickey does because Mickey in the parks is surprisingly not that present. He's in there for like the big shows, and then you can meet him at one area. But outside of that, it's mostly everybody else you'll see. Mickey's kind of hanging back, pulling the strings from behind, and I think that's what Maleficent would be good at. Minnie, to replace her, I have Hades. Because Minnie's job is to kind of like throw the parties and have fun. And I think Hades would be good at that. Also, I'm fairly sure it got canon at one point that Maleficent and Hades were dating. Not sure about it. Replacing Daisy, I have Cruella de Vil, both very fanciful people who love fashion and clothing. Replacing Donald, I wanted someone who was very angry all the time, so I got the evil queen. Replacing Goofy, Dr. Facilier, very tall. Facilier can play Goofy, even though he is still intimidating. And then I know I said only 5, but replacing Pluto, I have Scar from The Lion King. So those are going to be your 5, 6 people that you see everywhere. They're in all of the shows. They're in all of the marketing.
I love it. God, that's a great one. So the new Fab 6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I dig it. Mostly because I definitely think that there does still need to be those wandering like big names. Because there's gonna be a ton of villains around, just like around.
Yeah.
But you want the ones where like the kids or the adults see them and they're like, oh shit, I gotta get, a picture with. And then you're trying to like. Now, is it the opposite where you know how like Mickey's always playing Mr. Steal Your Girl and like rolling up on couples and like giving the wife a hug or something and just kind of like low key, not like aggressively. What's Maleficent's version of that? Is that where she's just like the hot girl that doesn't want to talk to you?
I think it's that, and I think it's instead she's just trying to break up all of the couples, just being like, you're better than him, right? And trying to separate them. My favorite, and this is off topic, but my favorite call I've heard like that is recently Gaston was walking around the park on a horse, and someone was going, I love you, Gaston. And he points at them and goes, you seem single, and then just kept going onwards. I'm like, you're a badass.
Yo, you can't do that to people. This is supposed to be the happiest place on earth. You fucking up the vibe, Gaston. Damn. That's rough. That is fucking rough.
Oh my God, yeah, and the fact that Maleficent is the leader plays into the when we originally did this, we had her castle as the centerpiece.
Yeah. I have changed that. I heard that, but I changed it. But we'll get to that in a minute. We'll let Dave go, and then I'll talk about my castle.
Cool.
Okay. Shit. All right. Then I think what I'm going to take is not a ride. I'm going to take one of the like activity type attractions. Let's see, what would be the closest to that?
Define
Pirates of the Caribbean is kind of a ride.
Yeah, would you mean like a Tom Sawyer Island kind of a deal?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going with something that you get a group of friends together. You're going to have a good time. You are going specifically for, it's hot as fuck. I need to be inside somewhere with a little bit of AC because it's like peak of the day and I'm trying to like chill out.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go with Professor Ratigan's Escape Room.
Oh, I saw Ratigan. I just couldn't come up with anything for him. But yeah, that sounds great.
So Ratigan is a criminal mastermind. Dude is smart as shit, even if he's an angry fucking rat. And so the whole idea here is it's an escape room, but all of the sort of actions and ideas that you need to have, you got to think like an asshole to get out. If you're just applying, applying regular logic, you're gonna be stuck in here forever. You got to be a complete and total dick about looking at the clues and how you would interpret them in order to properly get out of Professor Ratigan's escape room.
So, like, there's a room with a hammer in it and a door, and you've got to bash the doorknob off to get through it.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is a place they got to fix after you leave, not just reset shit. They
got a room full of fucking doors in the back, and they have to just keep loading them on.
Exactly. Some fucking Monsters Inc. style doors just rolling through so they can pop them back on. Because
like the first escape room I ever did, there was like this glass container with water in it and a clue in. And eventually all you had to do was find syringes full of water, fill it up, and then it would get to the top. In this version, you just have to pick it up and smash it on the ground and break it.
Absolutely. We're looking at a situation where you might have to leave one of your party members behind. Like they just don't
Like, there's a hungry rat, and it's just like, we must sacrifice one of our own. Tim,
like-
you're fucked.
Tim, you're being too nice, and you're always slowing us the fuck down. Get out. Just go. Sorry.
Yeah.
I nominate Tim. Holy shit.
Professor Radigan's escape room.
That's killer. I feel bad. I didn't come up with any individual rides. I mean, I did. I just didn't think them out. I just came up with names, but we'll get to that later. Chattykins, what have you done? I'm now the host, apparently.
I dig it. I got
Well-
nothing against it.
All right, so I'm gonna stay right kind of in vicinity of where Dave is. Maybe this is the same area, the same thing. I thought we were gonna go hard on attractions. Nope, sorry. That's what she said. I thought we were gonna go hard on the rides and the attractions. So I wanted to do something just a little bit different. So I'm gonna do an eating establishment, and I'm gonna do Chef Skinner's restaurant. And it's just kind of the frozen TV dinners. It's just a shitty restaurant because he was trying to create his big old fast food or his frozen food franchise.
I thought you meant Vice Principal Skinner from the
No.
Simpsons, 'cause they have, and I was like, "Are we?"
That's Universal. No.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, either that or it's the oh shit, what was the name? It's steamed ham. It's on
Yeah.
the menu.
No, Chef Skinner from Ratatouille.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get the a frozen food franchise off the ground, and we're going to give him a whole restaurant for his frozen food. And I just picture, Park's food isn't good, but why not lay into it? Just let's just have a restaurant. We're just going to lay into the fact that this is frozen. We
Kind of
heated
like
it up.
kind of like Pizza Rizzo in Hollywood Studios. Yeah.
Exactly.
Damn.
I love my favorite thing about Pizza Rizzo is a neon sign on the outside that says it's great food, but it's broken. So it just like flickers and says it's rat food every few minutes. And I'm like, that's accurate. That's very accurate. Yeah, the only one that I came up with as far as the restaurants go was instead of Casey's Corner, Hades Corner. And instead of hot dogs, they serve corn dogs, which is obviously the demonic version of a hot dog. And then they fuck them up just as much as Casey's Corner does, though. Just put as much nasty shit on it as they can.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
want-
my God.
I want
Go
Chef. I want the restaurant to also really pull people in, because obviously there's other restaurants to go to.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull you in by making this shit dirt cheap. It cost us nothing to get this shitty frozen food in here, and it's not gonna cost you a whole lot. So you got to make your decision. You've been in Disney for a week and a half. Do you really still feel like spending a bunch of money on food?
This is where we could get some good sponsor money from like Ling Cuisine and Kids Cuisine. And that's just what it says on the menu. Would you like the Kids Cuisine turkey chicken nuggets with mac and cheese? Would you like this? Yeah.
Yeah, Chef Skinner's restaurant, sponsored by Banquet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now on to my castle.
Yeah.
And with me, it's not Mickey's castle, it's Cinderella's castle. And with me, I found a theory on the internet that I'm a very big fan of. And it's that all Disney villains are born of one individual in the history of Disney cinema. All of the villains are born from this one person, and it is Chernabog from Fantasia. So it is going to be Chernabog's castle. If you go to the side of it, which is where I think Merida usually does a meet and greet, there will be, like in Disneyland Paris, there's a dragon there. It is, but it's Maleficent's dragon. So like that's a fun little thing you could do. Over the top of the castle is Chernabog himself staring down. And then like the dragon in Diagon Alley will breathe fire every few minutes just to spook people. So it's just this dark visage of a castle the minute you walk in. But unlike Cinderella Castle, there's actually a ride inside of it, because I've always wanted a ride underground. So you walk in and you go into the depths of Chernabog's castle, taking you into Hades itself, and you ride a wicked, horrifying ride through hell until you finally come back. So you're being chased by Chernobog through the depths of his castle in this epic roller coaster.
I can dig it.
I totally can.
Yeah.
Fucking underground. Now, is that going to have to twist and turn around all of the underground tunnels that they have already in Disney to make sure that you don't get a glimpse at?
Oh yeah, that is something we're gonna have to work around, ain't it? Yeah, no, it should be fine. Because I think if we could make the tunnels go, I was originally putting the dragon directly underneath the castle, which also would have been cool, kind of. That as you're walking down, you see the dragon, and then you finally get all the way down into this epic chase from Chernobog.
They turn the speed up at night for the adults.
Yeah, like at day it's like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. At night, The Mummy. Like it gets so much worse.
The Florida one, not the Hollywood one.
Yeah, I didn't. Oh shit, I forgot to ride the Hollywood one, but I wanted to.
You didn't miss anything.
Okay, good.
You got two people walking off that ride. The people that are like, what just happened, and when does it start? It's like that. There's nothing to it at all.
Kind of like Fast and the Furious Supercharged, my favorite ride. That's very, very bad. Yeah. All right, Dave, what you got? What are we adding in?
Oh, all right. So I'm going kind of in the same line. A lot of my picks are mostly for the adults. Like the kids can participate. This is one I think that is the most kid friendly. For the daytime, that could then turn into a real fun place to be at night. I want this one. I would prefer this one to be in California, because of what it is. And that's going to be King Louie's Jazz Club.
Yes,
King Louie's Jazz Club
and dispensary. I'm assuming.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. During the day, we got King Louie and fucking the rest of the monkeys hopping around, having a good time, yucking it up for the kids, and it's fine. It's a good, fun, clean time. And then as soon as it hits 9 o'clock and the kids got to get the fuck out of the park, we're blowing clouds, man, and we are listening to some sweet jazz.
Can I put a secret room in it? So like there's a right outside the Jungle Cruise is the Skipper's Canteen. There's a secret room you can enter and go dine in. I want the secret room to be a dispensary where there's a giant caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland on its hookah, and it's like a hookah bar but also a dispensary.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We can most certainly build that in.
That's very good.
Damn.
So, let's see. We have a corn dog shop, a dispensary, a giant castle with a demon on top of it. We're doing pretty good right now.
And then I came along. No, my next attraction is going to be a test track-esque ride.
Okay.
And I'm going to have it be Cruella de Vil themed.
Ooh.
So it's going to be the car chase with Cruella de Vil, just nice long cars and cigarettes on long holders and puppy guts everywhere. I don't know about the puppy guts.
It could be like Cruella's Dragsters. It could be like if you combine Test Track with Tomorrowland Speedway. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and just a high speed. It's got everything here. Every ride I did is like high speed. It's got to be high speed. But no, like a test track sort of situation, Cruella de Vil themed. I think that would be a fun one to do. You could have fun with the streets, just run it over the hillsides and whatever it may be. But that's what I'm thinking is some kind of a test track.
Okay.
Do we have a theatrical element to it where like at the end coming off of a side street is actual Cruella like just banging down the road and she just blasts Pongo? That's the end of the ride. You're just like
it could be like the truck in Test Track. She's coming at you, you're going at her, and then finally there's a dip at the last minute. You dive underneath her and it's the same salvation.
Okay. Because I was gonna have a Great Gatsby ending where somebody gets absolutely ruined
This is where you kill a dog at the end of this ride. I mean, it is the villain park.
It's the villain part.
Mhm.
No, yeah, you can't have that one with the kids, but
Yeah.
just fucking make all the adults start remembering their fucking first time watching Old Yeller and just tearing up.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna swap mine around because I was gonna do food next, but I feel like since we have so many rides, we need lands to put them in.
Okay.
And like I said, this is a dark reflection of Magic Kingdom, so all of them are still the same. So Tomorrowland, the difference is instead of seeing like this idealized future, you see this dark industrial, almost a little steampunk future where everything looks like these big smokestacks where we can use like dry ice to have stuff coming out. This is where I had my ride ideas. I wanted one based on Dr. Callahan from Big Hero 6. I wanted a ride based on WALL-E, where essentially it seems very utopian at first, like everything's fine, everything's okay, and then WALL-E breaks into the ride and they break you out and they show you the darkness of what's actually happened. That's my one that's actually going to have like a hero, quote unquote, in it. And then the last one, I wanted to replace Stitch's Great Escape with Sid's Manic Creations, where Sid from Toy Story has grown up and has become a demented scientist and is showing you like all of his gene spliced creations. Fantasyland now has become like a dark carnival. Like I said, Facilier is out trying to steal people's money at the Big Top Carnival. The carousel now has Ursula's tentacles in it, and Poor Unfortunate Souls is playing as you go around. Basically, like she's hypnotizing you into joining her. I've always wanted a roller coaster based off of how you get down to Yzma's lab in Emperor's New Groove. So like you would do it, and then at the end you do go into like a laboratory kind of area where kids can play. You can buy like grown-up science kits. Frontierland has now become a haunted ghost town. All of them are kind of becoming like the reality versus the idealized Disney version. In Frontierland, Captain Hook has a boat adventure on the lake. Splash Mountain is about the big bad wolf trying to kill the 3 little pigs. The Country Bear Jamboree is now run by Pete, and he's basically turned it into a giant gambling den. And finally, Adventureland is now overrun with fucking pirates. Like, they are everywhere. The pirate ride itself is a journey into Davy Jones's locker, and you face off with the Kraken at the very end of it. The Cave of Wonders is a ride where you come face to face with Genie Jafar, just that giant demon. And then finally, on the Jungle Cruise, it's roughly the same. The only difference is Kaa from the Jungle Book hypnotizes the skipper and takes you down an alternate path, which leads you down the dangerous parts of the jungle that could get you killed. So those are my 4 lands now.
Holy shit.
That's a lot to unpack, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I told you. I came into this prepared, baby. I was ready.
Coming in hot. I am going to I'm going to have to change one of my picks
Okay.
because it is entirely too close. I also had a Sid ride. Well,
Okay.
again, more of an experience, but it was Sid's Junkyard Wars, where
Oh, shit. That's good.
you
I
and
actually
your
think- Yeah.
degenerate friends,
I'd rather replace mine with yours. That's much better.
just you and your degenerate friends running around in a junkyard filled with just goodies that you can fucking blow up.
Yeah.
But damn. All right. So, all right. All those lands. All right. Where does this belong? All right. I'm on my 4th pick, right?
Is this third? This is third, I think.
This is.
Unless you want to
your third.
count Sid as your third.
Oh,
pick.
no. I'm not going to take it as my 3rd pick. I'm going to move on. And I'll circle back around. I'll figure out which one of my other ones I want to take. So I have one that I think is appropriate. A lot of mine are experiences more than rides. Simply because those are the types of things that I get into when I go to amusement parks. I like to go to the like shows and shit where they're like, come be a part of the adventure. I'm like, sure, I want to. And so I needed to go. This is where it starts to get a little darker. Like up until this point, I think they've been pretty tame. But I think too many people just overlook how there's this part in Aladdin where Jafar has Jasmine, and like the little bit of time that he has Genie, but he hasn't fucked up yet, and he just turns the goddamn whole kingdom into a pleasure palace. Like he's got Jasmine dressed up in all kinds of like harem shit. He's clearly, there's like giant hookahs everywhere. He's just having a good fucking time. I want Jafar's pleasure palace. All right. Now, during the day, we can call it something else. You know,
Yeah.
some sort of escape from Jafar. Like the kids run around trying to like win and convince Genie and learning good lessons. And then at night,
Yeah.
this place is gross. Okay.
I mean, we could take the Pleasure Island idea from the last time you guys did this and just turn Tom Sawyer Island into this, which is Jafar's Pleasure Island.
Could do. It becomes the dark side of Tom's. I'm just saying, like, this is where all bets are off. All right. This might not even be able to be in like any of the North American Disneys. We might have to put this somewhere else in the world where the rules are a little bit more lax, because it's gonna get fucking weird in here at night, and you just got to be okay with it.
Yeah.
We got another dispensary in here. Okay, maybe some psychedelics. People are fucking. All right, this is for the, all right. People are fucking. This is Jafar's pleasure palace, because that dude was a freak. He was a freak. Nobody complained about the fact that he was just like, this girl that I watched be raised by this plump old man that I'm supposedly helping along. I'm probably like 40 at minimum, and she's probably like 16, and I'm totally gonna have her walking around in silky silks.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at chat. Someone just said Disneyland Thailand. Yeah, that's where this would be.
Goddamn right, Nate. You know it. You know it.
Holy shit.
And yes, they are going to spray that place down.
They are gonna hose people down at Park's End. Like, no, get out, go.
It's time to go. Park's closing. Get the fuck out. Take your shit with you. Anything you brought, make sure it goes with you.
Disneyland sex chambers. I love it.
It's not my fault. Jafar, whoever designed Jafar's character and decided that he was going to be creeping on a 16-year-old,
yeah,
it's their fault.
He's got that kind of character design that's like either a very charming old gay man or pedophile. There's no in between on Jafar.
¿Por qué no los dos? You know what I'm saying?
All right, Chad, please.
Holy
save
shit.
us. Save us, Chad.
Oh, no. No, this is what we do best is just jumping, just taking the tracks and making sure the train goes right over the shark when it derails.
Yeah.
I see a franchise opportunity. I see competition. And I see friendly, competitive nature here. So I want to see a franchise. I want to see Gaston's busted egg sack. Yes. And maybe Jafar uses some of that, mind altering whatever he's got going on there. And maybe we'll see a couple of the Disney princesses, doing a little burlesque show.
I hate this so much. Could we not be like villains? Like maybe like the stepsisters, but they don't have to be ugly.
Look, if it's the busted egg sack, we're not high class enough to get the princesses. So we're definitely getting like Ursula, the stepsisters,
Cruella. Wait, Cruella main event or MC? Which one is she? Because she's definitely there.
Por qué no los dos?
Oh my god.
Listen. Cruella is slender. She's probably upkept pretty well.
Yeah.
Just saying. High fashion. She probably did a lot of coke in her youth.
Mhm.
Probably didn't eat a whole lot, so she's not all stretched. You know, I'm just saying. She's
Jesus
probably
Christ.
still got it.
So, Chad, what are you thinking? What's your next pick?
That was my next pick. That was.
The strip
Wait.
club.
Wait,
Yeah,
really? You had a
It's
strip club?
Don's burlesque show.
Oh, okay. I mean, that kind of fits. We could have Pete's, like, in one land, we got Pete's area where he's doing definitely in the back room, like all the guys from Mulan are doing very gritty, like Russian roulette in the back room of his.
And opium.
Yeah. And opium dens, definitely. On to my next pick, and I think we can have fun with this. We need an iconic food. Because of course, Disney Magic Kingdom, you've got Dole Whips, you've got the Mickey ice cream sandwiches, you got all kinds of iconic shit. And instead of coming up with ideas, I just looked at all of the food they served at Disney's Villains After Hours.
Oh.
And they all fucking suck. Like one's like the Hearts on Fire for the Queen of Hearts, which is a villain I totally forgot about. Which was fruit punch mixed with Coke, strawberry popping candy, garnished with a strawberry. Add vodka to that. I think will be fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Diamond in the Rough. This is just a shitty grilled cheese sandwich that they made look like a key. It's real bad. Sleepy Hollow's Voodoo Magic. Lemonade, vitamin water, green apple syrup, purple candy straw, and it's shimmering. We could put vodka in that.
I appreciate your suggestions to add vodka to everything.
Yeah. The Just Take 3 based off of Dr. Facilier. I want to keep this one. 3 beignets with powdered sugar, vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, and chocolate ganache. Fuck yeah.
Damn. Let's add vodka to that.
Pour some vodka on that bad boy. The Poor Unfortunate Soul, which sounds so bad. It's a float made with black raspberry soft serve and cherry Coke with a sugar crown. Add some vodka to that, and that might be good. Oh god, this one's just called Body Language. Why is this called Body Language?
That's in my part.
Disney. Yeah. It's cookies and cream mousse, chocolate cake, glaçage, meringue tentacles, and a chocolate shell that looks like Ursula. Oh god, this one looks actually very good and definitely needs to have liquor in it. It's the Hades Temptation. It is a purple drink, literally what it says, with a frozen mocktail Cosmo, lemonade, violet syrup, gummy worm garnish. That'll work. And my final proposal, the Hades hot dog, which is a black bun with an all-beef hot dog topped with buffalo chicken, celery, fucking flaming hot Cheetos, and spicy ranch. Abso-fucking-lutely yes.
That's a real thing?
Yes. They served it at Disney during Villains After Hours.
Nah, man.
Some people just want to watch the world burn. Man.
I would eat one of those and immediately die.
Yeah. But the only other thing, I guess maybe like you could make like a churro horn with black dye in it and make it look like one of Maleficent's horns and fill it with cream or some shit. I don't fucking know. You two perverts go now.
Yeah, I just found a picture of that monstrosity you just mentioned.
That Dookie hot dog, that terrible hot dog, yeah. Except in our park, it's
not
dog.
safe for work. That is not. That is an inappropriate picture.
If we put it in a churro horn, it's going to be even worse because somebody's just going to like bite off the end and just like squeeze it out. Like, it'd be me. I'd be that person. So
what the Christ is that? Holy buckets, man. Okay. Whew. All right, Dave.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. This pick is not any better than my last. It is, in fact, decidedly worse.
Dave's
And-
just slowly descending further and further into hell.
Yeah. So here's the thing. When we talk villains, right?
Yeah.
There are villains. There are people who suck, people who do bad things, people who want to watch the world burn, right?
Mhm.
But they are somehow and in some ways relatable. They have thoughts that you go, I see how you got here.
Yeah.
I see how you became this. And then we have villains where we're like, no. You are not relatable. You're just a fucking degenerate.
Mhm.
And the only people
the horrible rapist from Notre Dame. God.
Exactly. So you're like, you're just a degenerate. No, there is no redeeming you. And I think we need a place for those people. Okay? Because they're going to be people like that who are going to be in the park. And we don't want to have horrible rapists like that dude from fucking. But we're going to have some people who, you know what? They go to Jafar's Pleasure Palace and they get kicked out. Like, even the Pleasure Palace is not enough for what they're trying to get into. And so we need the even darker version. And we're pulling off of our not original Disney IPs, but Disney appropriated IPs. And we're going with Star Wars. And we're going with Jabba's Pleasure Palace.
Fuck yes. Hell yes. I thought you were going to propose a jail. Like, I can't remember what the name of it is, but in like mythology, there's a jail within hell for the people who are too bad for hell. And that's what I thought you were proposing. It's like, we just are making Disney jail now.
Yeah. Well, we do need one of those. That is something that is going to be necessary because there will be people. There will be people who we just have to lock up. We got to get the cages out. But yeah, no, Jabba's Pleasure Palace is for the people who are too degenerate even for Jafar's Pleasure Palace. And they're the ones out here like, yeah, I want to be able to walk somebody around on a chain and it be okay. Nobody's going to judge me. And the only reason nobody's going to judge me is because everybody else around here is either A, walking people around on chains, or B, being walked around on chains.
You're making Jabba's furry palace. You know what you've done now, right?
No. Princess Leia was on a chain, and I'm sure if we let that scene play out longer, there would have been just some nonsense going on in that place. Like, people are eating, but like 7-level entirely going gluttonous, like eating yourself to death.
You're telling me there ain't a room full of dog masks you can rent in this place? Because there definitely fucking is. Don't even act. Yes.
There are all of the costumes that we've retired from the park.
Oh, that's so much darker. You dress up as Mickey and Minnie and all kinds of people. Fuck.
And like in not just dress up like Mickey, but dress up like Mickey in the 50s park costume that they had when it was just.
Yeah.
All of these are retired costumes, and they don't wash them.
Eyes.
Yeah,
they don't wash them. You get the stink of everybody who's ever worn them.
I will say Dave has brought up one good thing, and it's I didn't think about the alternate IPs like a Killmonger ride or a fucking Loki ride that's literally just like a dark, twisted version of It's a Small World. Where
hell
it's
yeah.
just Loki fucking with shit. Like, hell yes, dude.
Yeah.
Whew.
You got to go off the beaten path sometimes. And then get back on that path so you can get beaten at the Pleasure Palace.
One of the 8 available here at the Wicked Kingdom.
We got a bunch. Don't worry about it.
Something for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm saving that one. I'm gonna go gonna kind of steal 2 of yours that you just brought up, one from earlier, but I want to see what Sid can do, Sid from Toy Story, and I would love for him to curate one of the iconic rides of Disney, I want Sid's version of It's a Small World.
Oh shit, that's good.
Oh.
That's so good.
Just bust. I mean, when you go on an off day and half of them aren't working, you're halfway there.
Oh yeah.
And I think if we slowed the boats down and kept the same song so it made it longer.
Oh no.
Do you remember there was, God, how many years ago was it? It's been a few years. There was a guy that sued Disneyland in California. He was in a wheelchair on It's a Small World and it broke down and he was stuck on the ride for 2 hours.
Oh no.
They got everybody else off, but they couldn't get him out because he's in a wheelchair. So he was alone in It's a Small World for 2 hours and sued and won.
Yeah, I'll bet he did.
Yeah.
That was the worst. Anytime I used to work at the theme parks, that was the worst time. Anytime I would ride a ride, is knowing someone was in a wheelchair on the ride, because I'd just be like, if this fucker breaks down, it's gonna be 5 hours to get that guy off. It's gonna be a real rough go. Yeah, that fucking sucks. I'm not gonna lie, you've made the worst. When I went to ride it the last time I went to Disneyland, by the way, there was no water in the entire ride. They forgot to fill it up, I guess. So you just got to see sticks with lily pads on the top of them, and like everything that was supposed to be in water around you, just like exposed to the elements.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah. It's like the shitty version of Space Mountain with the lights on.
That would be another thing, is just like at the end of the night, they turn all the lights on and you just ride all the rides with the lights on.
Yeah.
Just fuck you guys. Can't even enjoy it anymore.
Oh shit.
I've seen videos of Space Mountain with the lights on and I'm never riding it again. Absolutely not. Like at one point
I got stuck on the Matterhorn once.
Yeah.
And the only bad thing about that was after 20 minutes, I learned Spanish. That was,
One time, this was the first time my wife, who like has a lot of anxiety, and I were riding the Haunted Mansion. We got stopped in the attic right in front of the fucking the ghost with the axe just staring at you. And my wife was like, let me off now. Let me off fucking now. This is bullshit. But my final pick is, of course, what you have to have at any of these theme parks, a nighttime spectacular, which comes back around to, earlier I said Chernobog is essentially where all the Disney villains are born from. And I really like what they can do with like light displays now. So I want to see each individual piece of Chernobog break off the top of the castle and become a new villain. So like the horns break off, become Maleficent. The eyes break off, become another villain. Like they all break off and become the villains, and they run away, and the castle's dark. And then in the middle of it appears Mickey fucking Mouse. And he's like, I'm finally going to save you guys from this evil place. It's okay. And then basically like the lights turn on. It's revealed the villains didn't leave. They're all behind Mickey. And then the following thing you get is like, I think it was Happily Ever After, like one of them where it was just nothing but a bunch of scenes from Disney movies played back. But now it's all the villain scenes with Mickey Mouse replacing whoever was getting tortured. So like him getting led to the other side by Dr. Facilier, fire being blown at him by the dragon Maleficent, facing off against Jafar as a genie. And it's just all these epic scenes with villain songs playing in the back. And it all builds to a head until finally, I don't know. I guess I said they kick him, but I assume a cannon would be involved. And this is where it gets nerdy. I want this to happen at the exact same time that the fireworks show is happening at Magic Kingdom. And you could just see Magic Kingdom from the middle of our park. Mickey gets kicked out. You see him soar up in the air, 2-second delay, and then fireworks go off in the Magic Kingdom as if he landed over there. Boom, big explosion. Mickey's landed back where he belongs. This is our park.
Shit. I thought you were gonna go with the good guy wins, and then I was like, oh shit, oh damn,
This ain't his fucking park. This is our park, baby.
you have no power here. God dang.
Yeah.
Deep.
Oh God. No, I just now imagined like a live a reshoot of the scene where fucking Killmonger throws Black Panther off the side of the mountain, except he's throwing Mickey Mouse.
God damn.
Yeah.
I'm into it. That's a good show. I would go see that show multiple times.
Yeah, just go see Mickey Mouse get his shit pushed in for about 5 hours. Yeah.
Like, this is how I get myself jazzed up for the palace.
Yeah. But that's all my picks. That's how I think the Wicked Kingdom should turn out.
Oh, man.
Absolute gem gem additions. I would go to that park.
Yeah. All right. You boys got some more stuff to follow it up?
I got one left. I'm gonna pull it back. I've gone too deep on some of these.
So have the people at your pleasure palaces.
Also fair. So I want to go on one that, like, all right. So the thing about Disney villains, like across the board for their original IPs, or at least the original IPs that aren't totally based on stories that already existed. Some of them they acknowledge, some of them they don't. Whatever. They got a real thing with parents and killing them off or having them disappear so that the kids get all kinds of fucked up in the head and have to go on adventures or whatever it is that they overcome. So what I'm going to have, and you can tell me if this is too much, is when it's time to go, when it is switching over, we hit that witching hour where the fucking kids got to go and it becomes a 21 plus park. I want to have, so like the parents aren't leaving. It's not like you leave, drop your kids off and come back. This is an extension of the idea that we'll deliver your kids. You can put them on a bus. We'll take them to some place where we can hold them, you know, have them do fun, happy things for a while you get absolutely shit hammered. And then we'll, you come back to your room and we'll deliver your kids to you or whatever. I want all of those people to be like the babysitters as they're leaving, to be the soulless, no personality having individuals from A Wrinkle in Time, those controlled by the it. And so like it's all these people looking very similar, wearing very similar things, like just plain khaki shorts and just some pastel colored t-shirts. They're all walking in lockstep with perfectly clean Keds on, and they just like grab your kid's hand and walk and just go. And there they go. And it's just God.
Oh, that sucks so much.
It's fine, Timmy. You're good.
See, with me, I thought you were going down the path of making the Haunted Mansion, except all of the ghosts were the dead parents of all of the heroes of Disney film.
God.
Like that hallway where there's the ghost carrying the candelabra instead. And I know Disney doesn't own it, but you just see Batman's parents getting domed in that fucking alleyway. Yeah.
No, I just want to traumatize kids as they're led away from their parents by the It's minions.
Oh my God. Okay. Well then, yeah, that works. That fucking works. Jesus. All right, Chad, bring it home. We've killed some parents. We've made a black corn dog with hot Cheetos on it. Let's go.
Why not? Mine's I guess dream big, I guess, because I don't even think this is a real thing. I think it only exists in video games. But the split track roller coaster, where you start with the one train and then it splits off, does its thing, and then at the end they come back together. That's the premise of this ride. It's a high-speed split track roller coaster indoors, and I want it themed with the Avengers, in particular Thanos. And I want the ride to end at the snap. And the cars come back together in a field of confetti. And as you pull into the station, half the car's empty.
Oh, fuck, that's good. So it
So
would
they
be
just-
like one track would be longer. It'd be a delayed receive
No,
of the
it's
other.
two unloading platforms.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, so it splits off, and then when it comes back together, it's a dummy car. So half of the car is empty when you come into the station. But they have the snap and the confetti as you go through it to distract from the fact the cars come back together.
You would have to do like it very, very dark, like a very like a Mummy or something like that. That's technically possible, though, to quote
Yeah.
my podcast's catchphrase. But yeah, just I honestly would do like the Avengers Greatest Battles. So I would go through like the Battle of New York. I would go through the Battle of Wakanda, whatever the fuck the one was from the Ultron movie that I've forgotten.
Garbage.
go-
Oh, no.
Yeah, you go through all of those, and then finally at the end, you pass by, I'd say, a giant animatronic Thanos snapping his
Snap.
fingers. And then that's when you go through like this bright light turnaround, or I guess if you're in the back of the cart, look forward and realize, wait, where did they fucking go?
Yeah,
And
half the car's gone.
I'd say don't tell anybody about it. I'd say don't tell anybody this is what happens in the ride. Just let them find out by riding it.
Yeah.
You definitely have to find a way. I like the idea of it being split along the middle, because then it's like, okay, is this a party of 4? And then you put 2 on one side, 2 on the other, so that when they get to the end,
Yes.
and you're just like, where's Daddy? Got snapped away. Now the It's are coming to take you.
Remember what happened on the Scar ride?
Oh,
Oh shit, that's very, very
fucking
good.
darkest sketch. Damn.
Yeah.
I think we did it. I think we made the true Disney villain theme park of our dreams.
I think
Alright,
I'm gonna
Dick.
get fired. Like, who allowed this guy to design anything? Get him out of here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Miller. You were supposed to be at Universal. Sorry about that.
Can I at least
You know,
get my?
and what's funny is Dave Shit could probably fly at Universal.
Oh yeah, the minute you said franchises and competition, I was like, what would the Universal version be of this? Like the fucking Minions Pleasure Palace.
Oh, that's bad. Banana.
Banana.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That was a
Absolutely
lot,
terrible.
man. That was a lot. That was a lot.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Scott, thanks for joining us, man.
No problem, my dude.
Fun time. I like letting
do.
people slowly discover the depths of my depravity.
Yeah.
And occasionally we don't tell anybody ahead of time, or they don't listen ahead of time, and they're like, what the fuck just happened? And then every once in a while we have somebody on that surprises the shit out of us. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's like, wow, they talk like that. Great. They're one of us.
One of
So,
us.
Appreciate one of us.
Yeah, I came into it thinking like I'm gonna go easy on them just in case, but if they bring up some dead parent shit, I will get in on it.
Good.
Oh god, I just now realized the fucking dining hall scene in Haunted Mansion. Just Mufasa's grabbing at the edge of the banner, and then one of your carts passes by and it forces him to fall.
Oh shit! Just roll over his clothes, and it's just like,
Yeah, exactly.
fuck me.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
I'd do it.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, Scotty, why don't you tell us some plugs for the things that you do?
Well, if you'd like me to come fuck up your podcast, you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo, SCOTTYEMO. Slide into my DMs and just ask me to come on, and I will do. I've done finance podcasts. I'm like, I'm broke. I don't know why you had me on. And they're like, oh, it's fine. I've done finance podcasts. I've done drag race podcasts. I've done anything. So if you want me on your show, hit me up there, and you can find all of my podcasts online at a load of purebs.com.
A load of BS.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Wait, did I say a load of BS or a load of pure BS? Because
A load of pure BS.
It's uncut. It's that pure shit.
It's that good shit.
It's the good shit. Dave, what wonderful words of wisdom would you like to impart on everybody this week?
I think that the most important thing to talk about right now would be our lack of adult theme parks. I don't know who has the money or who has the influence, the clout to get one of these rolling, but I want a high quality adult theme park. We have all the money. I get it. A lot of people will spend money on their kids, but a lot of people don't have kids these days, and I want somewhere where I can spend money on me where I don't have to deal with a bunch of fucking kids.
The closest I can think is Epcot, but even then, there's still a ride with a purple dragon teaching you about imagination, and then you go get fucked up on scotch.
Exactly. I want a place where I can get fucked up at 9 o'clock in the morning and nobody's going to look at me sideways. And if they do, I can tell them to fuck off because their kids aren't hanging around. I want to go someplace where I can get some doses and mimosas, and they're just going to be like, good morning, sir. And not
you're describing Universal Studios right now.
Yeah, but I also don't want to constantly be in danger of contracting herpes. Like, I want a place where they do more than hose it down. Put some bleach in that water, god damn it. But yeah, I want an adult theme park designed for adults exclusively, but it's not some shitty like porn convention themed thing. I want real fun shit for adults to do that's not just looking at titties.
You want the Dave and Buster's of theme parks, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, just saying, somebody make that happen, and I will be happy, and I will visit at least once a year, every year, or as you know, however long between you're banning my temporary bans.
Oh my God. That's it for this week. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Remember, we're at P3 Show across all platforms. And until next time, if there is a next time, we'll talk to you then.
Deuces, y'all.